Hi everyone. This is so hard for me to say as D-Day was just on Friday, but I really need to get this down and see what the road looks like going forward. I haven't been in this sub much, so forgive if I don't use the correct terms. We, male 30, female 32, have been together for 7 years, married for 5, and we have 2 children together. Things have been up and down over the years, but our lows haven't been marriage-ending. Over the last few months, things have been very rocky. More arguing, disagreeing, and fights. Fights escalating into yelling and name-calling and me packing my stuff and sleeping in my car. We haven't been on the same page for pretty much the whole year. I noticed the change in her behavior over the summer. She was spending more time away from home by taking smoke breaks that lasted for hours at times. She claimed she was listening to music, talking to family, and just getting away from the hectic part of our life with our children. I understood because I know that it can be overwhelming dealing with the family stress, but it became excessive, so much so that I felt so lonely because she was barely around. The tipping point was on Halloween when we took the children out for treating. She got a phone call that she was acting super sketchy about. She went away from us to answer it, and her body language showed me she was trying to hide who she was talking to and what they were talking about. I made a mental note of that, and we finished our night. I woke up the following morning and went through her phone to make sure I wasn't just assuming anything. There was no record of her getting a call at the time we were out. Weird. I went to her pictures and saw she had a screenshot of her talking to an unsaved phone number and multiple instances of this. I went to her messages and nothing was there, but the deleted screenshot showed that she was messaging the guy. I called the number under the guy as if being someone he knew, and he told me everything. He said he knew her, worked at the same place, and would chill with her. I got into it with him once I revealed I was her husband, but kept it short since my beef was really not with him. It was with her. So I came home and confronted her. I gave her a chance to tell me, but she didn't. So I told her what I knew and showed her what I had on her. She then told me when she would disappear for hours, she would go see him at work and smoke, drink, and listen to music. She says they never got physical and she just enjoyed his company. It's hard for me to believe this because during the conversation she admitted to sending him nude videos in the shower, which I saw in her deleted videos. I called a divorce lawyer to hear my options and have a strategy session. I don't want a divorce and I want to reconcile. I'm just not sure what to expect and how to actually get past this. I feel like crap, self-worth in the trash, and confidence at all-time low. She quit the job, blocked his number, has been remorseful, and also says she wants to keep our marriage. That went into my decision to stay, as I can see that her character hasn't been this way the entire time. So maybe it truly was just a rough time. There's no excuse, but I believe in second chances, as I've effed up in the past in other relationships and was given a chance. What do you think, Reddit? Am I wrong for not just leaving? What can I expect? Thank you to any and everyone who responds. Oh boy, the old "I just wanted a friend" excuse. Nothing says innocent intentions like sneaking off to a coworker for hours of smoke breaks. Sorry to break it to you, OP, but remorseful good people usually don't need to be found out through deleted screenshots and secret phone calls. Update. First and foremost, I have read every single comment and have taken a moment to understand where everyone is coming from. I appreciate the advice more than you know. We have our first session for marriage counseling today, and after that I will know more of what I think will be best to do. I don't know for sure if this is going to work. She didn't admit to physically cheating even after being pressed about it constantly after these last few days, but I'm 100% not convinced. Many of you have said this in the comments, and it was what I thought as well. Plus, I can't trust anything she says, so I will just believe she went all the way. I mean, why wouldn't she if she took it as far as she did? I have another meeting with my lawyer this week as well, and I'm seriously wanting to sign a post-nuptial agreement if I even decide to stay. If not, I'll just divorce and work on healing myself. I can't imagine how life will be knowing what I know. Also, she's went with everything I've requested. Full phone transparency. Sharing location. I've locked and deleted his number. No social media. This is crazy because I'm not the guy that wants to play prison morning. My loving, trusting marriage is over. So maybe divorce is best. As you can imagine, my mind is effed, so I don't know if anything is the right choice. I'll update as I progress. Thank you all for your word and stories. It helps. Second update. I value myself more. I gave her divorce papers. This marriage is over. I can't live my life constantly second-guessing everything. I immediately quieted the mind demons. I feel free. Now through the other difficult road of divorce. Update. Hey everyone. A couple days ago I made a post about finding out my wife cheated on me and sent nudes to her coworker. I have been going crazy over the last few days, and today I finally realized what I want. I want to get a divorce and focus on healing myself. I thought I could get through it, but I can't. I just can't see my life being any better being with her. I can't see a future anymore. I can't even trust her. I can't be enough for her. So I'll just be alone. Thanks for you guys' support. It's just a major deal breaker for me, and I choose to stand on my decision. I served her the divorce papers today. She can go be happy. If anyone has advice on what to expect, please share. Edit. Maybe served is the incorrect term. I gave her the divorce paperwork. I'm still learning as I go how this works. No one deserves to live in that constant cycle of doubt and second-guessing. What really matters is that you took back control of your life and peace of mind. Letting go of a marriage can feel brutal, but in your case, it's not about losing a partner. It's about finding yourself again. She dug her grave. Now she has to lie in it. What would you tell Opie? Up next. Nothing says trust and loyalty like glittery faces and mysteriously off-location beach trips. Valentine Aquarius. Caught my boyfriend of 10 years cheating. Let's just cut to the main point of female 26, caught my boyfriend, male 25, cheating on me today. Like literally this morning. So I'm going to angry post here because why not? I had work this morning and I wasn't feeling well and didn't get much sleep, but I still had to go to work. So I kissed my boyfriend goodbye and go to work. I'm there for maybe 2 hours, and I'm still not feeling good and notice I have a small fever. My manager says I can go home early and get some rest. Normally I would just push through the day and not leave, but I'm supposed to work overtime this week, so I decided to take up the offer and leave early. I text my boyfriend and let him know I'm coming home, but he sleeps during the day, so he never saw the message. I get home and the first thing I see right in front of the door are shoes that aren't mine, or his, but are clearly another woman's. I instantly know what this means and my heart drops. I couldn't hear anything from my living room, so I try to call my boyfriend to let him know I'm home and I see the shoes on the floor, but of course he does not answer. I did this to try to avoid having to see them together. It takes me a minute, but I build up the courage to go into my room and confront them. They're both lying in my bed, completely naked and sleeping. I mean, this crap is literally out of a gosh darn movie. I wake him up and he's not saying anything, moving, or doing anything. He's just laying there. I say to the naked girl in my bed, I don't know who you are, but can you please leave? And then I step out of the room and let her get dressed. As she's leaving, she apologized to me, and I tell her she doesn't have to apologize because at the end of the day, she's not really in the wrong and owes me nothing. I confront my boyfriend and he's just speechless. I force him to talk to me and give me answers like what the F. He says it's been going on for the past 2 months, and the reasoning is because we only had sex once or twice a week, and that wasn't enough for him. He then tried to lie to me and say they didn't do anything, and at this point I'm screaming because how dumb do you think I am? They were both literally but naked. I tell him it's over, and I just say everything that I'm feeling and express my disbelief. Our 10-year anniversary was in 2 weeks, and I'm glad I found out before then, but hate how I had to find out. We spent so many years together and have lived together for years, and he couldn't do me the favor just leaving me? And what's crazy is I've had a feeling for a little bit now that he was cheating on me. People say that you just know and have a gut feeling, but I never thought that was the real cause. How do you just know? But there were signs that made me think he was. He would have glitter on his face and say his coworker was wearing glitter and got it on him. He always drove to the beach, but I would notice his location would be off. And he would say he was at a gas station or something, and anytime I confront him about it, he would just lie and say he wasn't cheating and would never cheat, but part of me just did not believe him. My mind is truly blown. He bought me flowers yesterday and took me on a date. I understand that men cheating isn't an emotional thing, and it's just sex to him, but what the actual F? I think he really thought he was going to get away with it, and we were going to celebrate our 10-year anniversary together. So to end this, I'm completely heartbroken, and I'm still processing what the F just happened. I have kicked him out and sent him away while I process my emotions. I'm going to pack up all of his things for now and try to get some rest because I'm sick. My long-term goal is to try to relearn myself after 10 years I've lost to him. Thanks for reading. Glitter? Yeah, that's definitely a red flag. Walking in to see that right in your own bed must have felt like a punch in the stomach, especially after giving this person 10 years of your life. As for his excuses, once or twice a week not being enough, that's on him to bring up maturely, not go looking elsewhere. If the first thought when there's a small issue is cheating, he was never as committed to you as you were to him. Do you have a similar experience? Share it with us in the comments below. Up next, what goes around comes around, especially when you're a cheater trying to sneak around on your partner. My ex tried to cheat. It didn't work out for him, though. After some time, my ex would sleep with his phone in his pocket. Weird red flag, but I never said anything. When I noticed he wouldn't even pull up his phone in front of me, I knew something was up. One night it slipped out of his sweats, and I woke up with it near my leg. I was just going to put it on the charger, honestly, but I saw he had a bunch of notifications and messages from a dating app. Man, I wanted to slap him awake, but I didn't. So I created a profile using a friend of mine's pictures that he never met and it had her approval. She was his type 100%, and I knew he loved blue eyes. So when we matched like I knew we got to chatting. We talked for about a week before I suggested meeting up. Flirting, sexual stuff. He told her, me, that he was single and lived with a friend. So I suggested him paying for a hotel room so we could F, and he said he would. We picked a spot. Mind you, I paid for everything because he was unemployed after losing his job. He drained my savings account over the year with manipulation. We're family. We take care of each other when we're in tough spots. He would say whenever I told him I didn't have extra money, I paid my student loans, all bills of a one-bedroom, and the food. This boy had the ballsack to ask me for money in person that his mom's birthday was coming up and he wanted to buy her something nice. So I gave him $50 just because it was hilarious at this point. I still think about the smile on his face in that moment. That weekend he left, said he was going to his mom's and that he'd probably stay the night. I kissed him goodbye and told him to have a great time. Then I packed all the stuff and left it outside. I live in a U.S. city, so it went fast. Got the locks changed. He messaged me a few times on the app. I told him I was running late because I wanted to look perfect, but I was coming. So sorry. My friend also sent me some sexy pictures to send him that didn't fully include her face. She's a real one. I even talked him into jerking off and sending me a video. Then after making him sit until about 1 a.m., I messaged him on the dating app a picture of his belongings being rummaged through by a homeless man and to enjoy his stay in a hotel. As soon as my phone rang, I blocked his number and went to bed. He was outside of my door the Monday I came home from work. Ugly, crying, begging, telling me he was homeless and he had nowhere to go. When I wasn't having it, he got angry per usual. Once he started grabbing and trying to get into my apartment, I called the police. Filed for a restraining order because he did threaten my life and my pets for putting him out. Found out he ended up moving a few hours away where his only family is and has a job. Hopefully he learned something. You gave him every chance to show his true colors, and he delivered right down to asking you for money for his mom's gift while planning a hookup with someone else. The dedication to catch him red-handed was impressive, and the hotel setup? Well done, OP. And then the fact that he had to see his own stuff on the curb to realize he truly lost everything he'd been freeloading off of. Brilliant. What would you have done? And thank you for joining us today on our Lost Love Mystery. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Until next time.